Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a first impressions and also a 3 looks 1 palette using the Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2. In this I do also show like the unboxing and stuff like that, so you can kind of see like me opening it up, what it comes packaged like, and I do 3 different looks trying to use as many shades as I can in this palette just so you can kind of get a full effect of what the pigmentation of the shades are like. I will quickly just swatch a couple of the shades and show you them on my hand just so that you can see some of the shades that I didn't actually use. So I have just swatched 4 of the shades right here. I didn't actually use these shades when I was doing my eye makeup. There's obviously quite a few that I didn't use as well, but I just thought I'd swatch a couple of others so you could see it. So this one here is called Talia, which is like a nice gold shade. Then the next one is called Palo, I think. Then the one after that we have got is Dance Party, which I kind of wish I did use a bit of this on the top of my lower lash line because that shade is really nice. And then we've got Oh Hello as well, which is just next to it. These 2 are matte shades and these 2 are shimmer shades. Obviously I did use a lot of the shades in this look, in these 3 looks anyway, but I just thought I'd swatch a couple so that you could see. This is just like one swipe as well, not like going back and forth or anything. So yeah, if you would like to see what kind of looks I create with this palette, then please just keep watching. Right, so like I said, we're just going to jump straight into it. So I'm going to start by opening the box. Obviously you've just seen what the palette looks like, but at this moment in time I haven't. So let's just get it open. So obviously it comes and it's got all the packaging in it. Obviously bubble wrap. Obviously bubble wrap all underneath. So this is what the packaging looks like. Obviously on the back is just her face and a little description. It just says, the past few years have been so insane, so many highs, so many lows, amazing memories and tons of drama. Throughout all of it, my subscribers always had my back. Thank you for loving and supporting me no matter what. This palette is to embrace the past, owning the present and dominating the future together. I hope these shades will make you feel strong, powerful and loved the way that you make me feel every day. Jaclyn. So that's what that says. So let's just get it open. So obviously bubble wrap again, all nicely packaged. So this time we have like a shiny kind of like finish to it. I do have the original one here, and as you can see like the difference, like that is matte and it's obviously the old Morphe logo. So we've got obviously a protectant thing. So this is just what the palette is looking like. I really liked the first palette. I did actually like her vault. There was nothing wrong with my vault. But the first palette was really good. A lot of nicer mixture shades. But this is what this looks like. I have only watched 2 videos so far on this palette. And after I watched them, I definitely want to get it. And it was Nika Tutorials and... I can't think of the other one. I'll leave her name here and I'll leave their videos down below. They both give very... kind of like informational videos on them, and Nikki uses so many shades, it's unreal. Like her eye look was just amazing. But anyway, so yeah, I will jump straight into this. So I think for the first look I'm going to do more of like a neutral eye just to kind of jump into the palette. So that's going to be like this kind of section here. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to prime them all exactly the same. I'm going to use the Revolution Cut Crease Canvas because it kind of like clears my base down a little bit, and I'm going to be using a brush to blend this in, just because obviously I do have Russian lashes on, so I'm just being careful. So the first shade that I think I'm going to go in with is with the shade Perfectionist, which is just here. I'm going to take this on a very clean fluffy brush and just work this into the crease. And obviously I am being careful of my eyelashes as well, like normal. Oh, I really like that shade. That pigmentation is really good. Oh, that just blends out like a dream, does that? I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. So this is going to be really like a really simple wearable look, and then the next two obviously we'll start playing around with more colours and stuff. But obviously the reason that I also like this palette as well, because obviously there is quite a few bright shades, but you can get away with a lot of neutrals as well. And I think that's quite good for like if you're travelling or anything like that, you're going away on holiday, because it means you could just take one palette. Obviously I would probably actually take both fair palettes just for, because that's me. But yeah, that blends out really nicely. That is really pretty. I'm going to go in with the shade Thick Skin, and it's just a little bit darker than that one. And I'm going to take this on like a smaller brush, just like this, just to kind of focus in it in my crease. Just to kind of use a couple of the different neutral shades and tones. Oh, I like them two shades together. I'm going to run this underneath my eye now. I really like that shade. And there isn't, I'll just show you, there isn't that much like kickback in the pan. A lot of people care about that. I really don't, but that's just me. I'm going to take the shade Home Body, which is just here, and I'm literally just going to pop this right on the outer corner. I know this is probably not necessary, but I'm just wanting to use a few of the different shades and see how they blend together.
Same colour, Home Body, just run it underneath.
And yes, I do know I have lost some of my eyelashes. They are due to be done next week, but I have had them on for like 2 and a bit weeks now, just because I'm getting a new set done for my holidays. So I'm getting a new set and then I'm getting an infill, just so that we can do another case study on them. So we're like, well, if we leave them a bit longer, then they'll come off a bit easier and then I'm not lying there for ages. So I'm going to do the lid now, and I think I'm going to go in with the shade Drama Queen, which is this one, because it looks really pretty and I really want to use it. So I'm going to take a really short shader brush. So I'm just taking some on a brush, tapping off the excess. Oh, I love that shade. Ooh, I like that one. I really like that shade, but just to be add another shade on, I think I want to use the Ride or Diamond shade as well. And just lay that on top. Oh, that is so pretty. Obviously she did say to make them like more intense, you could add like a spray to them, just to kind of see what kind of oomph it gives. I'm going to take the Ride or Diamonds and spritz it. Oh yeah, it just makes it a little bit more metallic, but it's nice either way, like anyway. So I'm going to take the matte white shade in the palette here and pop this on the top of my brow bone. So what I'm going to do is go in with her highlight palette, just because what I've been using lately, and topping it off. I'm going to use the Gleam, this one here, and just kind of put that right in the centre of my brow. And then pop it on the other corner as well. Just kind of brighten it up. So what I'm quickly going to do is brush through my lashes, put some bottom lash mascara on, put a lipstick on, and I'll be back in a sec. So this is the finished eye look. This is the first look. This is just really natural, really quite easy to do. Just a couple of shades, buffed into the crease, and then a shimmer on the lid. So let's just jump into the next one. So I'm going to do another eye look now. I think I'm going to go in with more of like the corally kind of reddy colours. I'm in the mood kind of for that. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing and prime with the same Revolution cut crease canvas. I'm popping a little bit of this on. Just buffing this in with the brush. The first shade that I'm going to go in with is Positivity, which is quite a corally kind of pinky colour. And I'm going to take this on a more like domed brush just to see how it blends out using one of these. Oh, I like that shade. That's really quite pretty. I'm going to be taking this shade quite high up. It's a little bit more pinky than what I thought, but it looks really nice. These shades are just blending out into a dream. So there's that. So I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. Then the next shade I'm going to go in with is this one, which is called Heart On. I'm just taking it on a small blender brush again, and I'm popping this right in the crease. These are blending out really nicely together. Very nice and seamless. Same on the other eye. So that is what it's looking like so far. So I'm going to use the same brush for now, and I'm going to go in with Living My Best, which is just a red colour, and this red is the colour that she said it took her a while to kind of create, because she didn't want it to blend into too much pink. Now obviously I have got some pink on my eyes, but it's just the look that I wanted today. So what I'm going to do is really focus this right in the crease and on my outer corner, so you can kind of see that colour a little bit more. Oh, I really like that. So I'm going to take this same shade and run it underneath my lower lash line. So now with that, I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other eye. I am just going to go in with a darker shade, just right kind of tight underneath here and just on my lash line. And I'm going to go in with the shade Crazy, which is quite a deep, it's like a deep kind of purpley red. And I'm just taking like a flatter brush to do this. This brush has no product on it at all, by the way. So I'm just going to like kind of pull my eye taut a little bit, because I'm just going to run this along my lash line and flick it out a little bit. It's just so then we get really close, like there, and then do underneath. So that's just like deepened that up a little bit. Then I'm going to kind of keep in with the red and pink theme for this. So I'm going to go in with the shade Empowered, which is right here. It's like a shimmery shade, and just pop this on the front third of my eye. I'm just taking a flat shader brush for this. I'm just blending it into this darker shade here as well, so it's not too crazy and intense. Then I'm going to go in with the white shade in the palette, which is Certified, just here, and pop this on the top of my brow bone. I'm just bringing it down here as well. Just kind of give it a bit of a pop in the inner corner, just so that it doesn't look as dark just here. Like that. And then take I'm In It, which is just next to it. This is more of a shimmery shade. I'm going to pop this just on the inner corner. Oh! Oh, I love that shade. Can you just see it? I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so you can see it a little bit more. Just look at that colour in my inner corner. I'll pop it on this one and then you can see. Like, look how pretty that is. It's like a kind of pinky colour. So this is the finished kind of makeup look. For this bit, I'm just going to put some mascara on my bottom lashes and I'll be back in a second. So this is the finished look. I've just paired it up with like a kind of neutrally pink. I really like how the eyes came out, kind of like a reddy pink colour. Obviously the red was quite red because I put the coral underneath, but that's what I wanted this look to be. I wanted it to be a bit more pinky rather than really red. So yeah, this is look number 2. So I'm going to take all this off now and we'll do another. There we go. So that's all of that other one taken off now. So for this kind of one, I'm thinking I definitely want to use this yellow somehow, and maybe this orange, and maybe a couple of the purples. So we're going to see how that goes. So again, start off by priming. I have put a little bit of concealer just on the top because obviously it was like a reddy pinky colour, and wow, it was hard to get off. Like, it's a bit unreal to be fair, like how much like it was harder to come off. I suppose because I was trying not to ruin the rest of my makeup. Like normally it wouldn't be a big deal, but I was trying not to like ruin my eyebrows and ruin like my skin and stuff. So I'm going to go in with the yellow shade first, which is No Joke, and I'm going to pop this in my crease to begin with, and I'm just taking a fluffy blending brush to do this. This is probably just taking it a little bit more building up than the other shades, which is fine, because at least that way it's not like, especially with yellows, you don't want it to be like super crazy intense if you don't want that look. So I've not done it completely in my crease. I'm mainly focusing on putting this higher up and getting the pigmentation up here. I tell you what, I'll zoom you in a little bit. You can see what I mean on this one. So I'm focusing on more up here, just so that then, because obviously I'm going to put a couple of different shades down. I want this to kind of be more of like one of the higher up shades. I am bringing this really close into my inner corner and quite high up. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye. So there is the yellow applied to both eyes. Then the next shade I'm going to be going in with is My Man, which is this really beautiful orange shade. I'm going to be popping this just below the yellow and kind of putting it like here. I'm using like a smaller brush for this because I want to be a little bit more precise. Then I've got a smaller blending brush here and I'm going to blend the two together. Like kind of so, and just keep going back and forward with this. And then if you really want, what you can do, I do have my brush with my yellow on it and just go back over and blend it in. I'm just basically building this up. I don't want it to be like super crazy intense to begin with. I'm doing really light kind of movements when I'm doing this. So there is that eye. I'm going to quickly do the other one. I might wind up adding a little bit more yellow, I'm not too sure yet. Now I'm going to be doing kind of like a cut crease because I want to go in with the purple, but I want the purple to be like one of the main focuses as well. So I'm going to be cutting out my complete and utter lid and starting from there to see how this goes. So I'm just taking the cut crease canvas again, and I've just got this on my hand and I've just got a flat shader brush. So I'm just going to start on the lid. Starting right in the inner corner bit here, because it's going to go all the way from here.
Just pulling it out a little bit.
Right, and what I'm going to do is kind of kind of like curve it towards the edge. I'm going to bring it down and then I'm going to bring it back up like that. That is what I want my shape to look like. Right, so now that that bit's done, I'm going to take a flat shader brush and I'm going to take Therapy Sesh, which is this one here, and then I'm going to merge it into this one here, which is called Not My Journey, and I'm going to do kind of like a fade. So I'm going to start off with Therapy Sesh on a flat shader brush and just push it into here to begin with. Then I'm going to take a smaller flat shader brush and take the shade Not My Journey that I just showed you, which is the darker purple, and start placing this here. Obviously I'm going to blend the two colours in a minute, I'm just focusing on getting it where I want. And I'm just going to bring it forward a little bit and blend it into this. Right, and now I'm going to create like a bit of a point on it. Obviously I can still clean all of this up as well, like that's not a problem. Then I'm going back in with the other brush and taking Not My Journey, Therapy Sesh, and blending the two together. It's all about making sure these two shades are blended. Right, and then just to kind of switch it up a little bit, I'm going to take, because I am really liking the way that this looks, but I feel as I want a little bit of shimmer in the look. So I'm going to take a Moment, which is like a purpley, kind of a little bit of a pinky, but more purpley. And I'm going to just pop this over the top of this purple. At the front part. And kind of like, so that all the colours are like merging together. Then go in with this, the other matte shade Therapy Sesh. Right, so I'm going to quickly do the other eye and I'm back in just a second. So there is the top eyes done. I'm just going to be doing the bottom now, and I'm going to go in with the shade Tipsy Girl, which is the bright pink. I'm going to pop this on the bottom of my lower lash line. Just so we've got like a different pop of colour. And it kind of like connects with the pinky purple that we've got on me in a bit. Then for brows, for my highlight, I do want like a super intense highlight. So I'm going to go in with her, with Jaclyn's, the Flash palette. And I'm going to take the Real Techniques Detailer brush. I'm going to take Gleam, which is this shade right here. It's the brightest one. And pop this just on the inner corner. Can just kind of flick it up a little bit and flick it down, like so. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to be really careful with this and just kind of almost line the top of my brow bone, like really carefully, just so it's like just on the top. So I'm quickly just going to brush through my lashes and I'll be back in just a second. So this is the finished eye look. So I tried to use quite a few shades in this one just so you could see like obviously the pigmentation. I have just paired it with like a neutral lip just so that it doesn't distract too much from the eyes. I really liked how it came out. So I'm going to give you my overall thoughts and opinions on this palette. I am really happy with it so far. The pigmentation was good. The yellow did take a little bit more building up, but that's not a bad thing because obviously sometimes if they're like too crazy and intense, then if you do want a bit of a poppy yellow but you don't want to be wow intense, then this shade is really good for that. There is quite a lot of shades obviously in this palette. You've got a full neutral section, you've got different pinks, different purples, oranges, everything like that. It is one of them palettes that you could literally just grab and go and take it away on holiday with you. I have obviously created 3 different looks with it, but there is so many other looks that you could create. You could do like an all kind of rosy kind of look, an all red look, an all full purple look. Like there's so much choice. But yeah, I am really happy with this. Obviously I got this from Morphe, Morphe.com, and it was £39, but then obviously you get the 10% off with like a 10% discount code. Pretty much half of the YouTubers have one anyway, or even if you sign up to their mailing list you do get it as well. I did just use Jaclyn's just because it was obviously there and it's her palette, so why not. But yeah, I am really happy with this. I love the looks that I created with this palette and I'm really excited to use it a lot more. I will leave the link down below to the website where you can get it from and stuff. And obviously make sure you do use, if you do wind up buying this palette, then do make sure you actually use a 10% off discount code, because other than that they're there, so you may as well. Yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed these 3 looks. If you have, then please give them a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below, and I will just catch you in my next video. Alright, bye guys.